Hey cousins, welcome to After Hours with your girl, Sherri Shabazz. And I have a very special guest in the studio with us today. My partner when it comes to the Orgasmic Masterclass, Dr. Katina.
Hey y'all.
We're going to talk today about the different orgasms that men and women both can experience. You guys probably had no clue that you can have 15 and more orgasms. So that's why we are here to deliver this message to you. But before we get started, Dr. Katina, I just want you to explain a little bit what you do to the people. Tell them about yourself, where they can find you. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the
Awesome. I'm nurse practitioner, Dr. Katina. I'm a dual certified family and psychiatric nurse practitioner. I have my own medical practice in Coral Springs, Florida, in which I practice primary care, gynecology, mental health, sexual wellness, hormones, and so on. Everything. Exactly. It's a one-stop shop. Definitely. I'm also an author, a professor at various universities, television and radio health expert, and entrepreneur. I've been doing this since 2007, so I'm old in this game, but I love it. I love it. I have the passion, and I'm glad to be here with Sherri today to talk about our Orgasmic Masterclass that hopefully you haven't been missing out on.
That's right. Make sure you guys have your face in the place for the next event, okay? When is it? September? We're looking at September, right?
Yes, September. Stay tuned.
Now, we play this little game. You ever heard about the game Kiss, Marry, or Kill? Or something like that? You ever heard of that game?
No, I haven't heard of it.
You heard of that game before.
Oh, I have.
So here at After Hours, we play this game called Kiss, Marry, or One Night Stand.
Okay.
Right? Where I'm going to name three well-known people, and you're going to tell me which one you're going to kiss, which one you're going to marry, and which one you're going to have a one-night stand with.
Okay?
All right, so your three choices are Rick Ross, all right, Dr. Humphreys, and Diddy, okay?
All right.
And if you guys don't know who Dr. Humphreys is, he was the best president at Florida A&M University, where we both graduated from,
That's right.
Yes. So let me know who you're going to marry, kiss, or have a one-night stand with.
All right. Marry nobody. Kiss. Dr. Humphreys.
You can't make up your own rules.
Kiss Dr. Humphreys right on the cheek. And what was the last one?
Rick Ross. Oh, no. One night stand. One night stand.
None of them.
No. You can't make your own rules.
It is what it is.
She was the only one that came in here and made up her own rules.
That's right.
Somebody got to pick. Okay, you're not married.
So
you're not Dr. Katina, you're not married.
For the one night stand, I have to be attracted to you in some kind of way.
Neither one of them. You're not attracted to Rick Ross at all. Y'all know what's so funny? I actually used to have a crush on Rick Ross.
Oh wow.
When he was big. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that loves big guys. So hey, to each his own.
And
it's whatever you like.
I don't even find him attractive. I have no clue what that was about. And you're not attracted to Diddy.
No.
Dr. Katina said I make my own money, so I ain't trying to marry any one of them for no money either. Okay, I get it. She done made her own rules, Capricorn style.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and go with it. We do have another game. You're used to confessions because you actually was one of our panelists in the Atlanta show. Play this game called Confess or Shot. Now, you don't drink, but you'll have to go ahead and take a shot of water, okay? We'll be kind and give you a shot of water. What's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you during sex?
When we think of embarrassing, I mean, we're all human, so I really don't look at certain things as embarrassing. It happens. If you fart during sex, it happens. That's not really embarrassing, you know?
No falling off the bed, no hurting yourself during the act and laughing about it later.
Well, I mean, if I have to choose one, I would say I did get an abdominal spasm during sex, like I was right in my...
It's like a Charlie horse, but in your stomach? Okay.
Yeah, abdominal spasm. A Charlie horse.
People are like, what? What do we have?
Just imagine a Charlie horse in your abs. So... Yeah, I think my legs was too far back at that time, and I was trying to, you got to throw it back, right?
So did you finish, or did you keep going?
Oh, I had to stop. When you have that abdominal spasm, that's it.
Did they help you release it? Did they help massage it out?
It was a hard lump, so he felt it, and he was just okay. You had to breathe through it. You had to get me a cold compress to release it, because when it balls up, that's it.
Yeah, that thing.
Y'all had a Charlie horse before.
Listen,
so
I just had
imagine.
one. I just had a little abdomen spasm, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all saved me, and everybody just kept working, and I'm like, I'm dying.
That's the worst one. So
and they just kept going. They just kept going. So a few years ago, Dr. Katina and I created this class called the Orgasmic Masterclass. If you guys know about masterclasses, then you pretty much know, you can tell what we do. The reason why we thought that it should, we should go ahead and take it live, because we were originally doing virtually or whatever, is because people wanted to see live examples. Like they wanted to see, okay, well, what kind of position are you going to put me in to, have this spot? And I know when we first released the list, we were only doing 12 at one point. It's like over 20 orgasms you can have, right? But originally we were just doing the 12 main ones, and we mentioned things like the A spot and the U spot, and people were like, wait, what? They were very confused. And I love having a nurse practitioner on board because she can explain things that most people, like you're too embarrassed to go to because I'm always telling you guys, go to your doctor. At least go find out what's wrong. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are embarrassed.
Definitely.
They're not comfortable. And I know you have heard and seen some of the most outrageous things you can possibly think of. So I love having like a nurse practitioner, someone in the healthcare field doing this, because people trust you guys.
Yes, and I talk about those taboo topics on my social media platform. We talk about it's the real deal. Whatever you experience, someone else has experienced it. Yeah. You're not alone.
And more.
Definitely.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Definitely.
Now, Dr. Katina, if someone came to you and it was like, I was watching AfterHourz page and I came across something and they said, I can have an orgasm. I can have a U-spot orgasm. What is that? What would you tell them a U-spot orgasm is?
U-spot orgasm is basically, an orgasm where during penetration, or actually not penetration, is actually prior to penetration. That's the urethra orgasm.
And if they were to say, I don't know where my urethra is, where is that?
That's where you urinate out of, right? That's where the urine comes out of.
So a lot of people think they pee out of what?
The vagina. Yeah. And I have heard that. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's the U spot. So just by stimulating the U spot, make sure it's lubricated, because you don't want it to be dry, because that hurts. That friction hurts.
Yeah.
But, lots of lubrication, whatever you're using to stimulate the U spot, it really, really gives a great orgasm for a lot of people. So that's just one of the orgasms that are out there. But I always tell people, you have to make sure that you are good health-wise. So we talk about hygiene, right? How important hygiene is. Definitely look at the tongue. The tongue check. Yeah. Everybody at home watching, listening.
You got to stick out your tongue. Look at your partner's tongue.
And look at your partner's tongue. And if it's coated with white, then that's not a healthy tongue. It could be an over buildup of yeast, and that can cause recurrent yeast infections. So the tongue, yes, you're going to have a little whiteness to it, but you don't want it to be severely caked with the white film that's over it. So make sure your oral hygiene is on point as well. And then if you're doing any finger playing, then you want to make sure that your nails are trimmed, because you don't want to cut your partner.
Yeah. Don't stick these in your vagina.
Yeah. Be careful. Because we know
just
bacteria.
DJ, that's it. Don't go in. Just stay on the surface
you
level.
Got it. We know bacteria can reside in there. But we do have our finger condoms that are out there as well, if you do want to have some finger play and anal play as well. But the Orgasmic Masterclass, we've been doing this since 2020. And we started out virtually because it was during COVID. But then after COVID, we realized that it was on hot demand. So many people wanted to see it in action. Yeah. And so we decided to start touring with it. And I'm excited, and it's been going great, and it's growing every single time.
Yeah, every single time. Now you guys are begging for us to go back virtually, because the people who aren't here in South Florida, you're like, bring this to my state, But you guys got to sponsor us. You got to, pay for us to get there, and we will be there. Trust me, we don't mind traveling. So we are going back virtually in September. And then we also created a workbook class. Like it's growing. You know what I mean? Like we always talk about, like we see this thing being bigger than what it really is. And it's not so much that, we want fame or notoriety, nothing like that. It's just the fact that people don't know these things. Mm-hmm. Like you have people who've been married for years and they just know how to have a clitoral orgasm. That's it. They don't know that, you can be stimulating the nipples, or you could be stimulating the scalp and actually have an orgasm. People don't know these techniques. And one thing that I find very hard to believe, all of us came from sex. Why are we so afraid to talk about it?
Scared to talk about it.
Like, that is so weird to me. We're all doing it. We all drink water, but we're not afraid to talk about drinking water.
Exactly. And as I mentioned all the time, You should never have a bad sexual experience.
Ever.
If you are suffering through a bad sexual encounter, that's your fault.
We're blaming you, okay?
Yes, definitely.
At this big age, we're blaming you. One of the things that we talk about a lot, explore. Like, we talk about masturbation, but Dr. Katina and I are big advocates of exploring your body.
Yeah.
Because one of the orgasms that you may experience is erogenous zone orgasm. I didn't have an orgasm, but I just discovered a new erogenous zone a couple minutes ago when the makeup artist was, on my chest. But one of the things why we want you to explore while you're having an orgasm, because women complain about not having orgasms, but the first thing, you ask her, well, what positions did you try? Were you comfortable? It was like, okay, missionary doggy. Okay, cool. But you might not be that person who is mentally turned on or even physically turned on by just vaginal penetration. You might need your toes sucked. While you guys are in the missionary position, you might need to have your toes placed in your mouth for you to have an orgasm, because certain zones actually amplify the experience. It turns it up even more. We talk about this sometimes. What's your favorite erogenous zone?
Oh, that's easy. That's actually my neck. I love actually I have two. My inner thigh.
You have a lot.
It doesn't really.
So?
Well, that's that's one of the orgasmic spots.
Okay.
That's the orgasmic spot. So the nipple, I can have a nipple orgasm all day. But as far as erogenous zones, those are just places on the skin that, just helps you get aroused.
Sensitive
all right, sensitive areas. And so I love my inner thigh, my neck, the back of the knee. I know some people love the axilla area under the arms. Some people love their head, bald head licked. So explore the different zones. There are so many out there. Don't be scared to, communicate with your partner. And that's what I mean. You shouldn't have a bad sexual experience, because you should tell your partner what you like and what you don't like. Don't suffer through it. We're too grown for that.
Hello.
We're supposed to be enjoying sex, right?
And ladies, fellas, we're not just talking to the ladies,
No.
okay? Our class is co-ed. It's co-ed.
Yes.
Because a lot of men are having the same sex they had when they first lost their virginity. Men they don't take classes. They're not attending master classes. They're not doing all of these different positions. They're not out there trying, not all, because there are some men who really take sex seriously. They want to, improve their techniques and please their partners. There's so many orgasms that men can have in other parts of their body that they had no clue that they can have. And then it's simple orgasms like a sleepgasm. You know what I mean? We used to call it wet dream. You may have heard of as a wet dream. Men don't realize that, you could have the gooch area stimulated and have an orgasm. So many are afraid of anal play, which is okay. If that's not your thing,
That's
cool.
not your thing.
But you don't have to be penetrated to stimulate the P-spot. Like the P-spot is inside the rectum, but you don't actually have to enter it that way. We teach different techniques. We have live models demonstrating. So you guys can actually have a fun experience. Like she said, we too old to be having regular schmegular sex. We're too old to be going into sex and not having an orgasm. We're too old to just be pleasing our partners and not ourselves.
Don't become complacent, in your sexual experience. You may call yourself the biggest freak out there, but remember, each person is different. So just because your last partner liked it that way doesn't mean your new partner is going to like it like that. And just
because you're freaky doesn't mean you're good either.
That's true.
Freaky does not mean that the experience is going to be good. It just means your ass is freaked out. That's it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's it. So just make sure you communicate and just definitely just make sure you learn. That's why we have this orgasm. Like we have married couples that's been together for 20 plus years, and they come to learn new positions because we have our models, our two models demonstrate different positions, and they learn about new erogenous zones, new spots. So no matter where you are in your relationship, you can be single, ready to mingle, out there, just want to have fun, or in your long-term relationship, same-sex partners or not, we are the place to be, the Orgasmic Masterclass, because we talk about it all and you will learn something. And that's why we do it, because we want to educate you all so that you can focus on just enhancing your sexual experience.
Yours and your partners, and everybody else that you're going to meet along the way, because everybody just won't be staying with just one partner. There was something in the news a couple years ago, and I know every time it pops up like every once in a blue moon, but every time it comes up, people are like, Sherri, did you hear about this? Do you know it's this syndrome, I guess you have. Toni Braxton's sister had it as well, where they cannot stop having orgasms.
Yes, I forgot what you call it, but I saw that on, I think it was a Lifetime show.
It was Lifetime, right?
Yeah.
Like
or TLC. TLC, that's where they have
maybe that's what it was. Yeah, because Lifetime is the movie.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
TLC.
it was TLC. But it was continuous orgasms. And, naturally you would think, oh, I would love that. But that can be bothersome. Just imagine the way your body responds to orgasms.
Yeah.
So just imagine having constant orgasms and then you're constantly just twitching, or you can be in the middle of eating or in the middle of work and then you're having an orgasm. So, and that can be painful for some people, male and female, definitely. So you also have anorgasms, which is you have dry orgasms. And we talk about that as well, where you do have the orgasm feeling, but the ejaculate does not come out.
There's no release.
So you may have experienced, a partner, maybe not, that takes a long time to ejaculate. That could probably be delayed ejaculation. That can be caused by different medications, anxiety sometimes. A lot of different things can cause that. But the anorgasm is something serious. So if you are experiencing that, you just want to make sure, you don't ignore it. But yes, you have the prolonged, that's what it is, prolonged orgasm. You have the anorgasm, which there's no ejaculate. And then you have the delayed ejaculation, which that can be hours before you have an ejaculation.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, go ahead and take your time.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take your time.
Just make sure you're lubricated, ladies.
Well, yeah.
Because, after some time.
Because you're going to dry out.
After some time. And don't use what?
Spit.
Ooh, please.
We are adults. We do not use spit.
Use your lube.
No spit. Yeah. Dr. Katina makes lube. I have lube. Look, guys, the lube is out. I think you can get lube at the gas station.
Well, you want to support your black owned, and you want to use lube that is sensitive for the vagina.
That won't have you in the ER later on.
Yeah.
But definitely, y'all, cut out the spit. But yeah, if you have that fan on and you're doing some rounds, you're definitely, with the prolonged orgasms, is there something that can control that outside of medicine?
It's usually medication. It's like an anti-anxiety medication that just helps relax the nerves, because it's the nervous system. It just keeps, twitching. And it's kind of like your eye twitch, because sometimes you're nervous about something or your anxiety is high.
Like you said, people would think they would want that, but then when you think about orgasms, we love them, but they tire us out.
Yeah.
If you have a good orgasm, not too many people are getting right back up and going for round two. You're going to need a little break. You're going to need a little nap.
Or sometimes you're energized. I'm energized by my orgasm, so
that's true.
It gets me ready.
I do I call orgasm, I feel like they have the two strains like marijuana. They have the indica that's going to knock you out, put you to sleep, and then they have the sativa that's going to, usually those morning orgasms right before work have you doing everybody's job.
You're ready.
You going into work and you got energy for days. But you are right. They definitely do. I tell people, if you want to fall asleep, have an orgasm. You want more energy, have an orgasm.
You got it.
It just depends on which one you released at the moment. You being an orgasm expert, what's your favorite orgasm? Do you have one?
I love the dual orgasm. It's
the blended
Yeah,
orgasms?
the blended.
Yeah.
That is vaginal and clitoral stimulation.
I feel like that might be the most common.
Yeah, I actually like that one. That one's...
People like the cervix, and that's my least favorite. Because it just reminds me of labor pains.
Yeah. You get the cramps and the
thank you for hitting the spot, but also those little cramps afterwards.
Yeah.
But clitoral is definitely that's go-to.
Yeah, but I like the blended.
Girl.
I have a friend of mine, she loves the anal orgasms. You got to be special for that.
Oh, speaking of sex facts, we're never trying again. I think that was the episode before.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, it touches the G spot. You can't touch it, of course, obviously because you're in the back. But like I guess it's close. That tissue is so thin that you can feel it. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm trying to see. Do I have a favorite? I know the A spot is very intense. It's pretty good. I think clitoral. Clitoral might be. And do you prefer the indica or the sativa when it comes to orgasms? You prefer the ones that knock you out or the ones that
energize me? Energize me. I can't do caffeine, so
and it is a natural.
It's my
caffeine.
natural
You're
energizer.
Right.
Yeah, it increases endorphins. That's why I love to exercise and work out because that also is my natural caffeine.
And that makes you even more horny. Oh my God,
yes,
the working out.
Yes, and it helps with lubrication too, ladies. So make sure you exercise, increase that water intake. That helps with vaginal lubrication. Just had to throw that in there.
Good. That was a good throw in. Well, Dr. Katina, I enjoyed you as usual. You know, we have great conversation. Make sure you guys catch the next Orgasmic Masterclass. It will be in September, virtually. And then we always have our live show here in Fort Lauderdale area. If you want us to come to your city, bring us to your city.
That's right. Because we've gone to Atlanta as well.
Yes.
And we had an amazing time there. So we could be in a city near you soon. Just let us know. You can just inbox us to book your Orgasmic Masterclass to come to your city. If you need to follow me, you can follow me
give your information.
at Dr. Katina _DRK. That's on Instagram. Google me, Dr. Katina, Facebook, Dr. Katina, everywhere, especially YouTube. I talk about many different hot topics on YouTube, not just sex topics, but high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol. So chronic topics that really affect us mentally and physically. And
a lot of people don't realize those issues also affect you sexually. Sometimes you might think, oh, my partner just doesn't love me anymore. Whole time this man battling high blood pressure.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. You can follow me at Instagram, AfterHourz, AfterHourzX. We have merch, we have the libido enhancer, the CBD lube, and of course my book, Pleasure Principles, on SherriShabazz.com. We will see you guys next time. Thank you.
Bye.